Alright, hello and welcome to the first official Titan Dawn developer video. I'm Chuck McMacken.
And I'm Clint Garden.
And today we're going to give you a brief look of some of the basic elements of the game, as well as some of the weapons you'll be finding as you go along.
Alright, so as you can see, here's our basic layout. On the far left here, we have the health bar. That's pretty self-explanatory. Next to that is your character portrait, and right now we just have a stand-in image, so just ignore that. And up here at the top, we have our experience bar, which will show you your level progress as you go throughout the game. Beneath that is your hotkey setup, which we will explain to you in a later video. Next to that is the weapon layout, which will show you, the total amount of ammo you have, ammo in the clip, things like that. And then next to that, you have your energy bar, which again we will show you in a later video. And then up at the top, you have your mini-map. Again, pretty straightforward. We'll have a little more functionality on it as we go on, but right now we're just showing you that it's there.
Alright, now we're going to talk about the movement system. So as you can see, the character rotates with the cursor, and all movement is based off of that rotation. The movement keys are very simple, using WASD. You have your left, right, up, and down. It's a very simple system to get used to. Nothing too complicated. And that's about it. Now on to the weapons.
Alright, so let's introduce you guys to our first weapon here. This is our minigun. It is one of our heavy weapons. It features a high rate of fire and also a high damage output. The drawbacks are you have a slower movement speed when you have the weapon equipped, and it takes a bit of charge up time before the weapon fires, which I will go ahead and show you right now. So as you can see, the weapon took a bit of time before it fired, and then it eventually destroyed these two guys right here. And this weapon would be useful for battles with many enemies, or in boss fights, or against enemies with high armor, anything like that. So that's it for the minigun.
Alright, so the next weapon we're going to show you guys is the railgun. Like the minigun, this is a heavy weapon. It fires a single charged round that delivers a high amount of damage and can also pass through multiple lightly armored targets in a line. The drawbacks to this weapon are there are only 3 rounds per clip, and each round takes time to charge, which I'll demonstrate now. As you can see, both targets have been significantly damaged. This weapon is very useful against heavily armored targets as well as bosses. And that's it for the railgun.
Alright, so our next weapon here is the grenade launcher. It launches grenades, interestingly enough. You're going to have multiple grenade types here. We have the frag grenade, which I'll be demonstrating in this video. You'll also have things like incendiaries and other types like acid and radiation, which we'll explain later. There's going to come in 2 grenade variations. The first, which explodes on impact, like these grenades here. So as you can see, they explode when they hit the target here. And then the second type, which will deliver a more lingering effect, which we will go ahead and show you now. Alright, so let's go ahead and demonstrate the second grenade variation. In this case, we have a smoke grenade, which you can see here. And what these grenade types do is they will slowly emanate smoke. In this case, it'll give some cover. Other grenade types, like acid or radiation, will actually deal out damage in a cloud effect like this, so you can deal out damage to a large group of enemies in the confined space, like a hallway or what have you. And that's about it for the grenade launcher.
Alright, so the final weapon we're going to show you guys is the cryo rifle. This is a standard assault rifle, except that it fires a freezing bolt of energy, which I'll demonstrate now. Each shot slows the target, and critical hits have a chance of freezing them solid. This is very useful against organic beings, and largely ineffective against mechanical units. That concludes our first developer video. Keep your eyes open for more in the future.